everybody knew the Lions could be eliminated, but everybody who felt that knew that Dan Campbell and the Lions would play their asses off anyway, and they did. Jamal Williams scored twice. Aiden Hutchinson sacked Rodgers twice. That kid, rookie cornerback, I'm sorry, I didn't write it down in front of me right there. Who's
Joseph.
Yeah, he's picked off Rodgers, first individual to pick off Rodgers 3 times the same regular season, and he had a 4th called back due to a holding penalty.
Kirby Joseph. My apologies to that young man who deserves for me to know him off the top of my head. I got 15 million things going on in my skull right now. Long story short, the Lions were a better team, and they were great to watch. So much fun. Lions fans have so much to root for. And then, of course, just the chef's kiss for Lions fans who have gotten their brains beaten in by this guy, Aaron Rodgers. It looks like Rodgers is thinking about not playing anymore. The NBC cameras had Rodgers in their sights, and the microphones were right there when Jamison Williams, bless him, the rookie, goes up to him. The wide receiver goes up to Aaron Rodgers, asks for his jersey, and he goes, I'm going to keep this one. Or I'm going to hold on to this one. That's what he said. I'm going to hold on to this one. Everyone, and Tirico heard right away and goes, well, that's something. Because now, and this is going to happen if you get what you want next Monday night and the Cowboys finish up Brady and the Bucs and make him a one and done, and then he strolls off that field. Cameras are going to be on him, and Mike's going to be on him. And, you know, Brady's been around the block, and he knows what the national conversation is right now about Rodgers, because there was an off-mic comment picked up by a hot mic that we're all like, okay, why are you holding on to that one? What's the point? Because, you know, it's the only one you've held on to all year? Or, wait a minute, this could be your last game in Lambeau Field. If this has any sort of sentimental value to you, and he is Mr. Live in the moment, and he's taken in the moment, you could see the moment was look up, you know, give his usual I love you symbol and get out and put your arms around Randall Cobb, your best friend for so many years, and tell an NBC camera, get the hell out of here so I can walk up the tunnel in peace and have a private moment, that maybe there's something about this. And look, it kind of makes sense, age 39, if he doesn't want to play anymore. This is what Aaron Rodgers had to say after the game.
Where do you stand on what you want to do next year?
I mean, it's a little raw right now. You know, it's just a little bit after the game, so want to take the emotion out of it and have the conversations and see where the organization's at and see how I feel after some time has passed.
Is there any sort of timetable with that? Is there like a date where you want to make your decision by? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hold them hostage. You know, I understand, you know, we're still in January here. March is free agency, so just need some time to, like I said, get the emotion out of it and then figure out what's best.
Do you think is the decision all yours, you think, or?
No, I don't think so. I think there's got to be mutual on both sides.
So you could, because your contract, obviously, you got the guarantee. So if they wanted to move on, or at least were open to it, would you be open to that too, or?
To what?
To going to a different team?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't like saying never, but got to see how I'm feeling first once the emotion's out of it, and then have the right conversations and see what the best direction is.
Now, look, I kind of think I'm an expert at this. What's the this that I'm referring to? This is going to be coming up this fall, the 20th anniversary of NFL Network. It's around the corner. So out of the soon-to-be 20 years that I've done the gig with NFL Network, the subject matters that I've probably talked about the most over the 20 years, over and over and over and over again. Number 3 would probably, if I'd have a top 3, number 3 would be anything Big Ben said. Okay, parsing that. Or anything Big Ben did. Number 2
Number 2 would be anything Terrell Owens said or did. Okay. Still, I mean, these guys have been out. I mean, T.O.'s been out of the game. But number 1 would be wondering what the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers was going to do in his offseason. That would be it. And just to show you just how bat guano insane Favre and his decision-making was, is you just heard Rodgers say, I'm not going to hold him up. I'm not going to hold him hostage. He's aware of when the free agency period is and everything like that. Favre once said, I'm done, and then said, after they turned to Rodgers, I'm back. I think I'm staying. And I even heard the story, screw it, years ago, maybe that Ted Thompson apparently went down to Favre's spot in Mississippi. I heard this story, just going to throw it out there. Favre thought it was for them to say, hey, we do want you to come back. And it was for Thompson to offer him to send his actual locker to him if he wanted it for his keepsake. Like, we'll take your actual locker out and give it to you. Like, and Favre's like, what? I thought you were coming to tell me I was coming back. That's how insane that is. So just how, if you think this is dramatic, it ain't. Green Bay is going to be like, those days are holding the beer still. So look, it just really is, what does he want to do? Does he like still living there? Does he like, is Bakhtiari coming back? Are his buddies coming back?
Does he like $60 million in cash?
Well, now there's a good one. It was asked that of him because it is exactly like 59 and change that he would be turning down if he's just retires. Right. Cutting him is not an option. They
not
kind
an
of
option.
Well, it's not an option because he's still a dynamite quarterback. Like to cut though, Chris? To cut?
No, they can't cut him because of the dead cap would be like $150 million.
They set that. It's actually $99 million for next year. If they cut him, there's a dead hit on that. He didn't want to be cut like he thought he might be back in the early Jordan Love days. Here's what he had to say about turning down the money.
I need to be crass asking you this, but
Here we go.
could you really walk away from that contract? I mean, that's an enormous amount of money, and you guaranteed it. I'm assuming for a reason. You asked for it to be guaranteed for a reason.
Yes. Money is energy, and I have made a ton of it, and I'm very thankful for this organization, the generational wealth that they've offered me. Hopefully feel like that I've earned a lot of it. But, yeah, for sure. I can definitely walk away from that.
Okay. More power to him, man.
Ron Burgundy GIF. I don't believe you.
All I know is this: it was in his brain for him to say, "I'm holding on to this jersey." And would he expect a rookie receiver from the other team to ask him for his jersey after they just lost like that and his season's over?
What are the chances, honestly, that he didn't know who Jameson Williams was?
I think he might. I think he would.
Well,
or that's the first time he's ever met him in person.
And it's like, bro, I'm not giving you my jersey.
But you never know.
you.
They could both have the same agent. And they worked out.
You know what I
You
mean?
never know
Like,
with guys anymore.
If you
But
listen to the audio, though, you can hear Jameson Williams go very high pitch and go, but you said, and then it cuts off. So it seems to me like maybe they already talked about it.
How about
and then
this?
he was like, no, you can't have it.
How about this? Look, he's incredibly mindful in the moment of that for a reason. He's been thinking about it. Something's going on, or something's in his head, or something he's thinking about, or something is there. There's the iceberg. Him holding on to the jersey is just the tip of it. We don't know how deep the iceberg is, or it could be surmounted or whatever. And he says he's not going to hold the team up. Fine. So then we'll just sit back and wait and watch the playoffs in the meantime. How about that? Let the guy have his minute. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.